Well, hello there. It's Dr. Jim. Thank you for spending some time with me. I have a question for you. What is self-leadership and why is it important? There are many forms, lots of types of leadership to model from, including servanthood leadership, transformational leadership, and laissez-faire leadership, which is French for hands-off. Manage from a distance, let the team lead themselves. With so many styles to choose from, where does one start? Who truly wants to step up their organization and make a real difference as a great leader? Well, I believe it's self-leadership. One very powerful way to begin one's journey in the world of leadership is by learning about and practicing self-leadership. Think about it this way. If one cannot lead his or herself, who are they going to lead? Makes a lot of sense, right? Self-leadership involves understanding one's abilities and developing them continually through learning and through experience. It involves the ability to gain control over oneself, their emotions, motivations, effectiveness, and coping. Emotional intelligence is a very important skill set required to lead oneself. Self-control and self-management are also important aspects of self-leadership. So it's one thing to know it and another thing to practice it. Applying various strategies on a daily basis to a solid foundation of self-leadership and learning about it can take one's leadership skills to new and greater heights. Learn about it, practice. Self-goal setting is critical because it provides a roadmap laying out where an individual currently is concerning their self-leadership journey and where they need to go to improve their skills. And when they get there, have they improved those skills, and then where do they go next? Self-observation is a key here. It's a key component and involves internally monitoring one's feelings, emotions, and thoughts. It involves thinking about how I think. Finding the positive, minimizing or eliminating negative thoughts can be very helpful for those engaged in self-leadership. Self-talk. I don't know about you, but I talk to myself all day. I present. I'm a presenter, I'm a speaker, I'm an educator, I talk. I went to Ireland, I kissed the Blarney Stone. I'm Catholic, I'm Italian, I'm Irish. I talk to myself a lot. Engaging in self-talk is something that every leader can practice. It's good to talk out different plans and ideas or strategies before you express them to someone else. Self-talk can lead to better decision-making and problem-solving because the individual can hear how the ideas sound to themselves. Have you ever had an idea and then you said to yourself, that really sounds stupid? Well, there you go. If they sound good, maybe they're worth pursuing. If they sound not so good, maybe you shouldn't act on them. The truth of the matter here is all people are self-leaders, but all people are not good at doing it. While it's true that almost every human being leads his or herself, the issue is, are they doing it well? Or is their form of self-leadership dysfunctional or even self-destructive? Another way to put this is all people are self-leaders, but self-leaders are effective at self-leading. This is a kind of good news, bad news issue. The good news is that everyone can improve their skills in becoming a better self-leader. And of course, the bad news is not everybody will. Final thoughts about this topic. What does it take to be an effective leader? Well, it takes a lot of things for sure, but one of the most basic ways to develop enhanced leadership skills is to lead one's self in positive and intentional, purposeful ways. To self-lead means to self-manage, maintain self-confidence, and to have a strong sense of self-control. Think about how impactful this type of leadership can be in the workplace. Great leaders instilling self-leadership in others, in staff and employees, in colleagues. When an individual feels that they own the process, they tend to perform better. So instilling self-leadership beyond yourself and in others is a great goal to have. I'm Dr. Jim. Do what you can to learn more about self-leadership. That's step one, learning about it. And then start practicing these things every day and see what kind of leader you can become. Thank you so much for your time. I'll see you soon.